Here we go. All right, everybody. What is going on? Welcome to youtube.com/DanielGuys412. We got a new feature here on the channel. Hoping to bring this to you every single week. This is episode 1.
Uno!
This is going to be the one. We are the one in, well, not 21 and 1. But this is the Ultimate Marks show. We're going to be breaking down weekly news, our matches of the week, superstars of the week, talking about AEW, NXT, WWE. Maybe we'll throw some New Japan in there from time to time. There's so much great wrestling out there. Matt and I, we thought of this idea, and we're thinking, what better way to bring great content to this channel here to you guys than through a podcast?
Yep.
So I have my good friend Matt back here on the channel. Matt, it is great to have you on here.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
If you want to tell, our audience here a little bit about yourself, those unfamiliar with you, go ahead.
Good buddy of him. Met him on set from all of our acting that we do. I'm an actor, producer, and I just love wrestling. I love it so much. I love good wrestling.
Yes.
And just want to share my thoughts, and I love to hear back from people, their thoughts and their opinions. And that's what I'm hoping to do. Engage with some of the fans and get some Q&A from you guys. And I think let's just do it. Let's roll into it, man. Let's start the Ultimate Marks show.
I just have one question for you. Are you ready? Because I said, are you ready?
Break it down!
Here we go, folks. Let's dive into the weekly news. Yeah, we need like a little intro.
Gotta get some sound effects.
Well, it's a work in progress. Well,
It's episode 1, man.
So we'll get there. So let's talk about the big news that broke this week. I still can't believe I have this right here in front of me. CM Punk returned on WWE Backstage. He returned and debuted, so let's set the stage here. So, rumors and speculation were abound. Punk even confirmed this himself, that he obviously was offered the job as an analyst on the Fox FS1 network, and he is signed with Fox. He's not signed with WWE.
That's a big thing.
That is huge, yes. And Fox broke it. I mean, he appeared, I think it was around midnight or something on this past Tuesday episode of WWE Backstage, which I have not checked out. Of you?
I just saw the clip of him. I don't
reappearing
watch Backstage, but I saw him coming out. Nobody knew about this except Renee Young. I mean, everybody was in the dark about this, and it was just to make sure nothing got leaked.
Right.
But like we said, the deal is with Fox only, not WWE. But WWE gave their blessing about Punk's signing. How do you feel about it?
Well, I'm stunned. I kind of am and I kind of am not, because I knew they're going to throw a ton of money. We don't know the contract specifics, but if he's getting paid a ton of money just to come in for sporadic appearances, I think that's great.
I just, WWE treated him like crap. Now, he's not signed with WWE, but he's going to be talking about WWE.
Working with them.
And WWE treated him like crap. That's why he left.
I know.
And AEW offered him a ton of money.
A lot.
So I don't think it's for money. I know he's a little weary about like the stability of AEW, but I just hate people if he comes in as an analyst and he's real and talks about the product and the actual product, I guess, and he's not sugarcoating anything and he's actually being real. Honesty. If he's honest, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Right.
But what's the chance of Fox signing this guy and going, hey, go be CM Punk and be real? There's no way that's going to happen. He's going to sugarcoat it and make everything sound like glitz and glamour to boost those Fox ratings.
Here's the other thing, though. Remember, he's been gone how long? He has not watched the product in how long?
True.
So he's that far out of the loop.
He is way out of the loop.
And you're signing him as an analyst? I mean, it's kind of funny,
yeah.
I think, when that happens. But I think this will inevitably lead to I don't care if it's a year from now or 2 years from now. Mark my words. You heard it here first. Probably not first, but I believe that CM Punk will return and wrestle in a WWE ring.
I think the only way
it's going to happen.
I think the only way that
one
happens
match.
If he headlines WrestleMania.
He's not going to do Saudi. He said, no, I'm not doing the Saudi shows, which I commend him for that.
You'll get left there.
Thank you. Gotta leave you behind, pal.
The only way.
Hey, pal.
No, he would have been on a flight back with Vince.
Oh, yeah.
The only way he comes back and he actually wrestles is if he headlines WrestleMania. That's just my opinion.
Is there a match out there that you would be like, man, I'd really love to see that match with CM Punk? It just screams WrestleMania main event. Off the top of your head, can you think of one?
I mean, you just think of someone the best, AJ Styles.
Ooh, the phenomenal.
The phenomenal AJ Styles. Sorry, I didn't give him all those credits. I would say AJ Styles. Maybe Rollins. Rollins could work. Just put him in there with someone who can really, really work, tell a story on their own in case Punk doesn't have it anymore.
Right.
Because it has been a while. I would like to see him go with AJ Styles though.
Styles, Rollins. I still think Lesnar and Punk, just because of the history, the story. He came so close at SummerSlam to beating the Beast, and they had a barn, but they had one of the best matches I've ever seen. That's how much I love that SummerSlam match.
I don't think Brock Lesnar's the same guy who's going to put a match like that on anymore.
I think he still can go when he wants to, when he's motivated, when he gives a crap. I think Brock.
But he's not the headline of that. CM Punk's the headline of that. And I don't think he's going to go. I might be wrong.
It'd be a great story. Imagine he comes back, wins the Rumble, then boom. He's never won the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Main event of WrestleMania with Lesnar for the WWE title. I mean, it's not going to happen, but I would love to see it happen.
I'm okay with it.
With the Heyman, Paul Heyman. I mean, there's the story writes itself.
Yeah.
You know?
But
not going to happen. So it's wishful thinking. We'll see where this story goes. Anything else you want to say about Punk?
No, I just hope he's real on that Fox newscasting and he just comes from the heart, not from the pocket.
Exactly. Well, speaking of somebody, we're talking about somebody coming into the company. Let's talk about somebody leaving the company. Trying to. WWE reportedly will not grant Sin Cara's release. Apparently, he took to Twitter. I read his post, and he announced he requested his release from WWE, but it looks like Cara will remain under contract to WWE, as word going around today is that WWE officials will not be granting the release request. Furthermore, Cara was scheduled to go to TV at the end of the current Euro tour, but now plans have changed, and he will be going home instead of going to this coming Monday's Raw in Boston, Massachusetts. And as noted earlier, he took to Twitter, he requested his release, and he will remain under contract. And, okay, it's just repeating itself there. So, anywho, your thoughts on Sin Cara not being... I mean, why? Let him go.
Let him go.
If he wants to leave...
you know he's going to go to the competition, and WWE... at this point, I doubt WWE is going to grant anyone a release because there's competition now.
I kind of feel bad for the guy.
I do too, but at the same time, you kind of
make your bed.
You made your bed, man. You and your lucha house party.
God, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's just. But he made some money doing that, man. I saw a lot of merch sales from them.
Yeah.
You know, they were, I don't want to call them over, but it worked for a minute. Time ran out, and maybe trying to reinvent himself. That's, I guess, I don't.
Well. I hope for the best for him. We'll see if he gets his wish. I doubt it.
We'll see him on main event. And
God.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to say about Sin Cara?
No, no, that's okay. That's okay. I'll take this though. But the Miz and Paige re-signed. Sure. Miz and Paige re-signed with WWE. They announced a multi-year deal with WWE. Paige has been with them since 2011. She's working with the backstage panel, and Miz has been with them since 2005.
Cleveland boy.
Roster. Cleveland boy.
Yeah.
Like him.
Go Browns. Oops. Did I say that?
Yeah. You said it.
Okay.
That's all right.
Well, being from Pittsburgh,
go try it.
I might get some heat for that. Yeah. That's what it's all about. I love heat. It's good. But, I mean, good for Paige. I mean, with the neck injury and having to retire, you know, I was wondering, well, they found a good role for her, with being the manager. I loved her as the SmackDown GM. I thought she was doing so well, and then they just took her off. And I was just like, oh. That kind of sucks.
I like the loyalty there. I like that they're keeping her around, to do the backstage panel.
She could leave, and if she really wanted to wrestle, I'm sure AEW would. I think they'd let her wrestle.
I think somebody, or if not them, to do something backstage there too. She's a face that people would want to see.
Right.
I think people would tune in to see Paige doing something. Yeah.
Whoa there.
Also, Randy Orton signed a 5-year deal.
Yeah, the Viper.
I expect to see. Randy Orton's
He's done.
Old, man.
It's going to be his last deal, I think.
He's old. He's an old man. 5-year deal?
Wow.
I expect to see a lot of people re-signing with WWE because WWE is going to have to start shelling out cash.
Right.
Because people are going to jump ship.
Well, it's good for him. He can leverage, with the other company and get a bigger payday.
I'm extremely happy to see Randy, Miz, and Paige re-sign and get that money. I mean,
I don't want a Randy in AEW, though.
I agree.
I thought that would have been very interesting.
It would have been very interesting, but I get it.
It's okay.
He actually tweeted. Randy Orton tweeted and said he would like to wrestle with somebody in AEW. I can't remember who it was.
He's smart. I know what Orton was doing.
Yeah, he was just planting that seed in Vince's head. Like, yeah, I'd love to go fight Kenny Omega. Hey, pal.
It's not gonna happen, pal.
Yeah. So good for them. I'm glad to see them. Staying on the roster.
Miz though has just been drowning as I don't care about. He was doing so well
good.
as a heel, and then
an
the
awesome
feud
heel.
with Shane, he lost. He looked like a loser. He lost every match. What was the point of that feud?
To keep Shane McMahon happy.
Why?
Because he's a McMahon.
God, it did nothing for the Miz.
It did nothing.
He should have beat him at Mania.
It did nothing for Shane McMahon.
No, and I like Shane.
It did nothing for anybody except bury Miz and piss viewers off. That's it.
That's a nice segue there. I'm glad you brought up viewership because I always love talking about the ratings. Let me lead with this headline. Mundane Night Raw, that's what I call it because it is the scourge of the earth here, draws its lowest non-holiday viewership in modern show history. It averaged approximately 2.058 million viewers. This is down 3.6% from last week's 2.136 million viewers for the post-Crown Jewel episode and the lowest non-holiday Raw viewership in modern history. The first hour drew 2.358, okay. Second hour drew 2.063. Okay, and then I love that this show is 3 hours.
It's 3 hours, man. It's so long.
And here's the drop off. It was a 26% drop from the first hour down to 1.753 million. But they're getting that money from USA. The show still sucks. Who cares?
You
have anything to say about Raw this week?
You know what? It's the 3 hour thing.
It's terrible.
Like you can see the huge difference from the first hour to the third hour. It's just
filler.
Long and late, you know what I mean? Maybe start it an hour earlier. Because I'll tell you what, I'm an old man. I go to bed. I got to get up early. I got to get up at 5 a.m. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I know.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Especially if the show is garbage.
To watch, Humberto come out of nowhere and start fighting, Rollins. Like, what? Man,
all right. What? Okay. Who's your character? Why should I care about you?
Why should I care?
Raw does put you to sleep though, so that is, if you want to fall asleep, it is one of the best ways. You put it on,
excellent way, yeah.
Boom! I've done it many times.
You can either use those soothing sounds like a river, or a creek, or wind blowing, or something like really calming, or watch Raw. Same thing.
Incredible.
It's the same thing, same outcome.
Here's what I never understood: why would you have a 3-hour show and a 2-hour show with the split roster? That is unfair. Either make SmackDown 3, which I'm glad they didn't do that.
I am too.
You make that 3 hours as well, or you cut Raw back to 2. But they're not going to do that, so the show will continue to suck.
Yeah.
And even with Paul Heyman as executive director, has anything... I was kind of hoping things would change, but at the end of the day, Vince makes the final call.
If it doesn't make Vince happy, it doesn't happen.
There's some things that I've seen improved on, but it's the same format and the same. You can change the stage. They changed the logo. They changed the graphics until they brought Pyro back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
great.
They brought Pyro back.
All that's great, but when the creative still sucks at the end of the day, the show is still terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, you had a gold mine when you brought the OC back together, and you could have. I
don't care.
So you turned Finn Balor heel on NXT. Why don't you just do it on Raw and put the whole Bullet Club
gang,
put the whole gang back together?
Have them run roughshod.
NXT does not need help. Okay, NXT is doing perfectly fine. They do not need help. It was awesome to see him turn heel.
Oh, I loved it.
But it just would have made more sense to do it on Raw.
Was he still on Raw? Yeah, he would have still been on Raw after the draft.
Or have him go, draft him to Raw. Or draft him to SmackDown and say,
but again, it doesn't matter.
I'm a heel. I'm going on whatever show I want.
The brand split is a joke as it is. Think about that. What Lesnar had to get permit, or he just left.
Yeah, he just left. And
went
look
to
at
Raw.
That. And then the Fiend was like, I'm going to SmackDown.
Oh, how about that? You want to talk about the? Real quick. I mean, we could. I don't know how much you want to talk about SmackDown, but we could talk about their ratings here as well since we're on that topic. Let me go to that. Here we go. SmackDown viewership drops this week. Friday night SmackDown episode drew an average of 2.35 million viewers in its overnight ratings, according to ShowBuzz Daily. Hour 1 drew 2.445 million. Then Hour 2 dropped 8.4% to 2.255 million.
Which isn't necessarily a lot. It's not a huge drop.
Down 10%.
But it's
not
still,
good.
It's still, I'm not sure Friday nights are the ticket for SmackDown. I'm not so sure it's going to work. I mean, I guess it's working. You know what I mean? They're getting almost the same viewers Monday as they are Friday. But I might actually go back and look and see what the viewership was on Tuesday.
I mean, it's 2 hours, so that's it's a little bit easier to digest, but it's still the same. It's not different enough from Raw. Again, they got the new stage. They got the new logo. They got, they're on Fox now. I've only liked 2 episodes. I like debut episode
until the end. Where
that sucked. But I thought I was enjoying it.
Poor Kofi. You know what?
Got 4 million viewers. Doesn't that prove though that if they want to and put on a good show, that 4 million people would still tune in?
4 million.
That's what I don't get. Oh, ratings. You can't draw that much anymore. That proved on that night. They had The Rock. 4 million people tuned into that episode, and now you're down to 2 point whatever it was.
3 or whatever it was. Yeah.
2.5. Where'd those 1.5 million go? Well, they saw your show and that ending, and we're like, I'm done.
Good. Yeah. Back, same old crap. I'll tell you what, I was so invested in that SmackDown.
I was like, wow, this felt like a big deal.
It felt like a big deal.
I'm excited.
Then Lesnar came out, and I mean, it was a 7-second match.
Cain Velasquez.
It was just like, oh my.
Set up crown jewel.
God.
You dropped out. Kofi, I understand.
Kofi.
We can talk about this all day. He could have. I knew he was going to lose. I was fine with him.
I'm okay with him
knew
losing.
it was going to happen.
He had his run. It was a fantastic
How about 5 minutes with Lesnar? 5 minutes.
5 minutes, man.
Not even that.
God, 5 seconds.
And here's the biggest problem. He lost the title. I'm happy. I'm going to smile. I don't care.
He didn't even get a rematch.
But he doesn't care. Like, his character doesn't care. Why should I?
Why should I?
It's like he just walked it off.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Where's the continuity?
I like seeing them as the tag team.
Where's the frustration? If you lost it, wouldn't you be mad?
Yeah, heck yeah,
doubting yourself? There's a story you could actually tell, but we don't tell stories anymore with WWE.
Don't tell stories. You just go right to Cain Velasquez.
And do the New Day and Revival rematch 10 weeks in a row. I'm like, how many times can you do the same matches over and over and over?
Speaking of the New Day.
New Day.
WWE hit a little history 5 years ago.
On this day,
they WWE released
November the 17th
the promo for Big E and the New Day coming together, getting their start on this day 5 years ago.
On Monday Night Raw,
coming out as heels.
I was like, what?
Yeah, they were heels. They started. I never would have thought that.
Little heel turn.
Little face turn.
Yeah.
Turned out to be one of the greatest tag teams of all time. I love it.
Love New Day.
But let's talk about...
this is not a surprise.
Not a surprise.
John Cena, if you want to...
John Cena says he plans to be at WrestleMania 36. Randy Orton took to Instagram, issued a challenge to Cena, something he also did for The Rock recently. Cena said he wasn't aware of the Instagram post and doesn't plan on missing the grandest stage of them all in 2020.
Not a surprise. We saw... That was great. I loved seeing Cena at WrestleMania this year as the Doctor.
Did you see him?
He was there.
I couldn't see him.
I know. To me, well, I couldn't see him. I saw the Doctor of Thugonomics, and that was a loud pop that night.
Yeah, for sure.
With Elias. That was fun. That was a fun segment. So I always enjoy. I kind of miss Cena now that he's not around as much. I never thought I'd say that.
He said he's starting to be honest with himself and realize how much he misses it, and he's eager to get back into a WWE ring very soon.
He hasn't missed Mania since 19.
Okay.
That was his first one. He hasn't missed one since.
And he said he doesn't plan on missing WrestleMania for decades to come. So let's we'll see. We'll see if he's gonna wrestle. We'll see.
I just think he's so busy now with Hollywood. It's like with The Rock, I never say never, but I don't think we're gonna see The Rock wrestle
again.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's okay. We got him in his prime. I'm okay with it. I'm all right.
Kind of want one more match, though.
I would take one more from him.
I'd love to see him and Roman.
But would you want to see him come back one more and stiff it like Undertaker and Goldberg? You wanted one more.
He'd put Roman. You know he would, because Rock's one of the most humble guys in the business.
Yeah.
He's always willing. He put over Booker T. Strong. He lost to Shane Helms. Remember?
He did. The Hurricane.
Yeah.
He did.
Angle, he made him look like a champ. Rock is so generous.
He is, and that's what I value about him. I watched an interview about Dolph Ziggler was talking the other day about his match with Goldberg, and he went backstage, met with Vince, and Vince said, "Jackhammer spear, it's over, 7 seconds." And Dolph was like, "Give me a break."
Damn, pal.
Dolph Ziggler, by the way, Dolph Ziggler merch, get it at ProWrestlingTees.com.
Nope.
He said, "Give me 2 minutes with Goldberg." He said he threatened to quit. He threatened to walk out. He threatened to not do the match.
Here's the thing, though. Can I play devil's advocate? If you want to quit, why do you keep re-signing with the company? Again, you made your bed, now lie in
But
it.
he just wants a match. He just wanted a match. He wanted to go with Goldberg. Why does it have to be a squash? Goldberg he's still in excellent shape. He still looks pretty good for being 72. He looks really good.
But I could argue the fan expectation was we all wanted to see Dolph, get his ass kicked and sell the hell out of it. And he did exactly what I enjoyed. I got what I wanted out of that.
1 minute match.
Oh,
but it's
perfect.
Just you bring these old guys back.
I know it's a problem.
Still give them that superpower that they had 15 years ago, and it's kind of just is belittling, in my opinion, to guys like Dolph Ziggler, who are he's one of the best
he's been there a while too, though.
He's been one of the best workers in the business for the
last
I agree.
They screwed him up big time. Big time.
But I just, I'd like to see Cena come back and wrestle if he can still have it. If not, I'd love to just see him come out, maybe beat somebody up. Get
Cena Punk. Ooh. You want a main event?
What about Cena CM Punk WrestleMania 2020?
They should have 29. Honestly, should have been either the triple threat with him, Rock, Cena, or it should have been Cena Punk. Think about that. That they had That might have been Punk's one of Cena's greatest rivals. Punk.
Yeah.
I mean, if not up there, he's definitely number 2.
That could have been good.
Can you imagine that main eventing WrestleMania?
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Won't happen, but hey.
Coulda, shoulda.
Speaking of a legend, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I am so happy this is coming back. This is going to be... I was waiting so long for this. Rumors and innuendo can be put to rest that Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Broken Skull Sessions, has been confirmed for the WWE Network. The new interview series with WWE Hall of Famer Steve Austin is set to premiere on Sunday, November 24th at approximately 10:30 p.m., so that's nice to know. Hopefully Survivor Series will not be going past, 11:30. We'll see. After it goes off the air, Variety noted that the new interview series will be premiere with a rare long-form, this is going to be awesome, interview with Mark Calloway, better known to fans as The Undertaker. Austin said the interview will be with the man behind the gimmick.
Yes, that's it. It's not with The Undertaker. It's with Mark Calloway.
And this is going to be, they're going to cover topics, it's going to be a great interview about his career, maybe a little bit behind the scenes, and he's going to interview other big names from WWE, both past and present, as well as other celebrity guests, but no names were confirmed. And it'll be a little bit different than the live version. It won't be live, which I'm okay, fine, it is what it is. I did like the live, kind of unscripted nature, but then that Dean Ambrose interview, we all saw how badly that went.
Yeah.
And that kind of ended the Austin podcast there. He said it's going to be a little bit more relaxed. I think it's going to be a little bit more relaxed. It's going to be laid back. The other one was live. I was flying around to accommodate the schedule, going out on the road. It's over at the Broken Skull Studio, which we built up. It's basically like a bullshit session, talking about somebody's career, trading stories, and shooting the breeze.
What about drinking beers?
And drinking some of my Broken Skull IPA. That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Anywho, thanks for popping in here, Steve Austin. Your thoughts on this?
Celebrity in the house.
This,
I like it. I like the live because you get real answers. You get them. You know what I mean? It's not scripted. They don't have time to necessarily think about it or, hey, I didn't like that answer. Let's cut that. Let's rerun that. But I love Austin. I love him so much. I was watching his show he has now where he had Baker Mayfield.
That's where I first discovered Baker on. Yeah. I'm like, I love this dude. He's biting beers and stuff.
Also, he has Sal Volcano from the Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
So I love seeing him
Stone
interact
Cold.
just with people. Austin's just a gem. He's a gem of a guy.
Legend.
I love him. I'm super excited for it. And it's gonna be
swing
great.
a beer for that.
It's gonna be great.
I'll have one that night.
Yeah.
Might have 2. So also, I did want to run this by you. The ratings came in for AEW versus NXT. I didn't throw this in there, but I think AEW did 975,000, and NXT was like 750,000.
A little under them, yeah.
So what do you think of the big jump for AEW? That was up almost 100,000 from the week before, and NXT went down.
I'm expecting it. I'm just gonna keep.
It's good. They're almost. I think 1 million is a good benchmark, right?
I think everything they have done so far has been fantastic. I spoke with someone yesterday who said they felt like they put themselves in a corner with the whole Cody Rhodes angle and stuff. But I saw it as a possibility. You have to use every ace you have in your hand right now to keep building that rating up.
Right.
If you sit on Cody Rhodes for 6 months, 9 months, maybe your ratings drop. You lose those fans, and you never have the opportunity to use that ace. So everything they've done so far has been fantastic, and I just expect the ratings to keep going up.
I hope. I think 1 million and you grow that audience. That should be your benchmark.
Yeah.
I think TNT will be very happy for that.
Yeah.
And what do you think about NXT? Kind of like, they haven't beaten them yet.
They haven't beaten them yet, but I don't necessarily expect them to. I I expect them to keep a little on their coattails.
Sure.
But I don't expect them to get to where they are, which is crazy to me because those are the two best shows of wrestling on TV right now. And I just don't get why. If you watch Raw or SmackDown, why don't you watch NXT?
I know.
Some
some people might be burned out after watching five hours right there. They're sick of it.
I can agree to that.
But
I think NXT is going to stay on their coattails the whole time and keep putting on fantastic shows.
Okay.
As will AEW.
I agree. Well, speaking of, let's talk about AEW. We had a pay-per-view this past weekend.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, actually, right?
Last weekend.
Last weekend. God, I'm getting my days mixed up here. November 9th, I believe that was. Full gear. Not fully loaded.
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded here. Sorry, folks. Had a little issue there. What'd you think of the show? I thought it was a good show.
I thought it was a great show. I thought it was fantastic. Loved the Jericho-Cody match. Loved MJF. We got a special guest
Hello.
here. Come here. We got a special guest.
Hi, Dougie.
Stella the
I
dog.
don't know if she's in the shot.
Is she in the shot? I don't know. She's a gem. Loved the show, though. Thought it was great. Loved the unsanctioned match.
Barbaric.
I thought
that got
really
mixed reactions, that match. Some people loved it. Some people hated it.
I thought it was fantastic.
You got what you wanted out of it.
Yeah, I got what I wanted out of it.
And people want violence back, and then they complain. I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
you make up your mind.
Yeah, I loved it. Loved it all. Well worth the $50, so I split it. So well worth the $25.
Okay. I agree. Like, real quickly, my thoughts are on it. Up and down the card. I thought, my favorite match was probably the Jericho-Cody match. I thought they told an incredible story.
Yeah.
As far as pacing, timing, psychology, selling, in the ending, the shocking turn of MJF, which we'll talk about on AEW this week.
Yeah.
I thought really it fired on all cylinders, and it was an enjoyable. Went a little bit long. I could critique in ways. I could say that the unsanctioned match, you could have shaved maybe 10 minutes off of it.
It was long. It was absolutely long.
The shows don't do what WWE. It does not need to be 4 hours.
My only argument with it being long is they kept it interesting the whole time. I didn't
I'll give
bored.
them that.
They brought out mousetrap boards, that big bedding
glass.
Glass. There was always something new introduced. So it was like maybe when you started to go, all right, it's long. Oh, what does he have now? It could have been shorter, but I think that they kept it interesting enough that it was justified.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else you want to say about Full Gear?
Thought it was great. Thought it was fantastic.
Because we can then transition here into, that leads into AEW. So as we all know, Jon Moxley defeated Kenny Omega. It was an unsanctioned match, so it didn't really count against his win-loss record. So what they did here on this show, he defeated Michael Nakazawa. Do you know? I don't know who is.
Yeah,
that?
he's just a he's, I don't call him a jobber, but he's from Japan.
Enhancement talent.
He's from Japan, so Kenny Omega and he are good friends. So Michael Nakazawa kind of came out to defend his honor, if you will.
Oh, okay.
And
ran through him quickly, which I kind of like. Again, not every match has to go freaking.
So he uses baby oil. That's his gimmick, is he uses baby oil. And it's funny. It's fantastic. It's comedic.
The money was in Moxley's promo.
Yeah.
How he talked about nobody in AEW would have the balls to do what Kenny Omega did in facing him.
Yeah.
So he promised to scorch the earth of AEW, and he threw out a challenge to anyone in the locker room to fight him before leaving the ring. And Darby Allin answered the call. And next week we have Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley.
Very excited. Very excited.
Man. What do you think of the match? Mox is killing it.
His promo, he is killing it. He is killing it. But they're letting him do. They're letting him do him.
Thank you.
They're letting this guy do what he does, and he's just thriving. He's thriving so much, and I love it. I'm excited for Darby Allin to get another push. He had a fantastic match with Cody Rhodes.
Oh my gosh.
At Fight for the Fall, and I believe it was.
Where he did that coffin drop. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm like, what?
So I'm just excited to see it. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be great. Sorry, that was.
That's okay. Every time I see a dog, I go. Let's talk about the Dark Order defeating the Jurassic Express via pinfall, and the match was what it was. What I really enjoyed after this was Luchasaurus came down,
finally
cleared house.
Yes,
it's like that was awesome.
It was awesome.
Because I was thinking, why is Dark Order winning? And then it made sense.
Yeah,
Luchasaurus comes out. He's gonna be a star. He's gonna be a world champ one day.
He's gold. There's gold in
money.
Luchasaurus. I expected Dark Order to win. I don't expect Marco Stunt to ever win a match clean.
You don't like? It's not believable.
It was
like a 10-year-old.
Call it cute, but it was cool when it first happened. You know what I mean? But it's just not like
not
just not believable. Yeah, it's not working. Okay. I like the thought of him. I love Jungle Boy.
Right.
Jungle Boy's big enough where it's believable
yeah.
that he could take somebody, in a singles match. But it works with Luchasaurus because he's so damn big.
I know.
He's just so big. But I love seeing Luchasaurus back. Glad he's healthy. Glad he's back. And I could see
he'll be a big star.
Jungle Boy.
There's money.
There's money. They'll watch them go get those tag titles real soon.
It's gonna happen down the line.
Yeah.
Down the line. That's what I love. AEW. The one thing that's really strong is the tag team division. Yeah. That might be their shining.
For sure.
I can't think of the word. But we already talked about Darby Allin. He defeated Peter Avalon and Shawn Spears via pinfall. We had Joey Janela run down to the ring, and him and Shawn Spears began to brawl, and he went into the crowd. Yeah. So obviously that issue is left unsettled. Mm-hmm. Thoughts on that?
Fine match. I mean, It was fine. It was quick. Shawn Spears, like you said, he went to the crowd. It got him out of there, so he didn't necessarily take the L. That's what Peter Avalon's for. And that's when Darby Allin accepted the challenge for Jon Moxley. And I'm excited.
Crowd pop big for that announcement.
Yeah, they did.
You notice that?
Yes, they did.
Darby's going to be a star.
I didn't think they expected him to answer so quickly. I didn't think a response for Moxley was going to come so... I mean, it was like 2 matches after. I was thinking in a week or something later. Just to kind of like, why is everyone scared of me? Come out every week, cut a promo, and hi pup. Okay, you were in the shot. Okay, you want to be in the podcast. But I'm glad he did. I'm glad he came out. Glad he quit licking my face, bro. I'm just glad it was Darby. That's gonna be exciting.
The women's match. Nyla Rose defeated Danny Jordan. Thoughts? Was what it was.
Yeah, it was what it was. Go figure.
I think the women's division's weak. When you compare NXT has a strong women's division.
Yes.
AEW right now, and now it's early. They just got up and running. But who do you think they should sign to kind of build?
I like
Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard.
She's gonna be up soon, maybe next year with a contract.
What was her name in WWE? It's Dashwood, Tanel Dashwood. She was formerly known as Emma. I'd like to see Emma there.
Yeah, because you got Britt Baker, you got Rio. I don't know. I feel like there's not stories, character. There's the Brandy Rhodes stuff. I guess would be the one story that's. But I feel like it's just been kind of.
It is. It's kind of just
something's missing.
Yeah, but and it shouldn't be put to the backside. But you got such an awesome tag division. You got big stars with Omega, Moxley, Jericho. You got to give them their time.
You do.
But I would like to see more. They just signed someone named, I think her name was Shanna. I think that's how you say it.
She impressed me.
She's a gem, dude.
I was like, whoa, this girl can go.
She is gold. I expect to see a lot more for her, not necessarily win a title or anything, but she can go, and I'm pumped to see her a little bit more.
Okay, let's talk about this in-ring promo between Chris Jericho and MJF. This was gold.
Gold.
Absolute gold. Words do not do it justice. Yeah. Unscripted, bullet points. It just goes to show you, let the talent go out there and feel the crowd and just play off of each other, which is what MJF and Chris Jericho did.
Yes, they
did. 2 heels, ganging up on Cody Rhodes, and then after Cody ran down, trying to defend his honor, and then he got the crap beat out of him by Wardlow. Did I get it right?
Wardlow. Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Warlord.
Wardlow
appeared and helped MJF.
Yeah, they've been
choke out Cody with his necktie.
Yeah, they've been teasing Wardlow for a couple months now. They started at a pay-per-view. They teased him, and he finally came out. So now he's a heel with MJF. I'm just unsure if MJF is part of the Inner Circle jerk or not.
You want to be in the Inner Circle?
You want to be in the Inner Circle? Do
you want to be in it?
Do you want me in
the Inner Circle? Oh my God, the back, I was cracking up.
It was great. It was such a great promo. I just don't know if he is.
I don't think you need to.
No. I don't think.
They're good as it is.
Yeah.
Agree.
But it was a fantastic promo. Had a good time watching that.
Oh my gosh. And another good match here on the show. The hits just keep coming. I think Pac defeated Adam Hangman Page via submission. Mm-hmm. I thought it was another good match. Not as good as their match that they had on pay-per-view.
Right.
Less time here, obviously, to work with, but I think these two work well with each other. Pac, sorry, I don't want to get it wrong because he will kick my ass.
Yes, he will.
But he's been booked really, 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 really strong.
Yeah.
A lot of reallys in there.
And it, to me, is justified.
Oh, he's a star.
He's a star.
He is.
He is. I mean,
look.
He's got the look. He's got the attitude.
Charisma.
He's got the charisma. When he was a face in WWE, it was kind of like,
yeah, okay, I'm the cookie cutter.
But when he turned heel and was the king of the 205 Live, it was like
that was great.
That was his ticket.
I watched for I don't want to call him Neville, but Pac.
Yeah.
I would watch for him just for those matches because he was so talented. Always one of my favorites to watch.
Yeah, I thought it was great. But after the match, cameras cut backstage where the Young Bucks.
This was great. I like that.
Brawling
Boom.
with Santana.
What's going on here?
And
chaos.
I don't remember who got tossed into the bathroom. The bathroom stall. And then Orange Cassidy
He's just leaned
against the wall.
My goodness.
And then I think Santana shut the door.
Like, what the heck?
And it was like, it's gold, man. Orange Cassidy is gold. This dude has done nothing yet. He hasn't wrestled one match in AEW. And he's absolutely one of my favorite guys on the roster. He's comedic gold. I love it.
And then let's talk about what happened. Come back from commercial. Santana Ortiz, they take out Nick Jackson. Mm-hmm. They powerbomb him through the stage. Eventually Private Party come out to make the save. And this week, coming up, it'll be Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah, Santana and Ortiz are kicking ass. And
their heels
they're
are
not
vicious.
They're not even taking names. They don't need to take names. They're just
I want to see them. I want to see somebody kick their ass. So they're doing a good job of getting heat.
They are
beating down the Bucks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I love it. I love them. It's great. I think that's gonna be a fantastic match. Private Party's one of my favorite tag teams.
They're fun.
They are fantastic.
Remind me of another team, Street Profits.
Kind of.
They're similar.
I see similarities. I'm a Private Party fan.
Okay.
But let's talk about the tag team match.
Felt kind of rushed. I felt like they were short on time.
I agree.
Was it just you or me? Or
no, it did feel rushed. SCU defeated Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara.
How about that? Jericho was 7-0 going into it.
It was a clean pin too.
Scorpio
Sky beat Jericho.
Scorpio.
Scorpio Sky beat Jericho straight up, which needed to happen.
Wow.
To me, it needed to happen. It made him a little more human, I guess, because he was on a freaking roll.
Tear.
And I love Jericho. Give me a little bit of the bubbly. I love him. But it made him human, so I'm happy, absolutely happy with it. And then his temper tantrum at the end. I wanted to see more.
What a baby.
I wanted to see a lot more, but
just
TV time ran out.
Way to go, pal.
I wanted to see so much more.
Got that hard stop at 10, so hey.
I love it. I thought it was great.
Good show. Yeah. Really good show.
Great show.
And the ratings went up, so hey, it was a win-win. I think it got I forget what it was on my poll, but most of it was a thumbs up show on my poll. Yeah. So it was good. And did you get a chance to catch NXT?
I didn't catch NXT.
We can talk about it here. I thought it was another really good episode. Like both products have just been man, we're so spoiled because we're getting such good wrestling. Wednesday nights is my favorite night of the week. Not Monday anymore. Bye. It's not Friday or Thursday or Tuesday or whatever day SmackDown was on. It is Wednesdays. And we had a good episode. Real quickly here, I'll just talk briefly about my thoughts here on NXT. We had a solid Cruiserweight Championship, really good Cruiserweight Championship match. Leo Rush, digging what they're doing with him with the Cruiserweight title. Great. He defeated Angel Garza. Match went about, I'd say 10 to 12 minutes here. And, I thought it was I like what they're doing with the Cruiserweights. I think you get them into Full Sail, keep them there. They're better in front of that audience than being taped after Smack. I never understood why 205 Live was taped after SmackDown. And I went to a SmackDown and we left. I'm like, I ain't sticking around. I saw the big stars. Why am I going to stick around for the Cruiserweight? I'm just not going to.
Agree.
We had Xia Li here. She defeated Aaliyah, busted her nose open. So we had some blood here on this show.
Broke that nose.
That was kind of brutal. And that wasn't the only time. Like I said, we had it later on in the main event here. We had Finn Balor coming down to the ring and Matt Riddle go back and forth here in promo, and they begin to brawl and sets the stage for with Johnny Gargano being injured. Now somebody has to face Finn Balor at NXT TakeOver, so it's going to be Matt Riddle. Really looking forward to that match. We had Balor versus Riddle. William Regal said it's going to happen. And Riddle's out of the War Games match. We had Undisputed Era come down to attack Riddle. And his War Games teammates, I believe it was Keith Lee. We had Tommaso Ciampa came down to ringside to defend him. And then we had a solid I like Keith Lee. I think there's a lot of potential in him. For a guy his size, he is so freaking agile. Yeah. And Roderick Strong is a great worker. Good match here. Keith Lee defeated Roddy Strong via pinfall in a non-title match. And it was good. And then we had the War Games teams come out. Undisputed Era came out to attack Keith Lee. Then Dominik Dijakovic. I like this guy.
Yeah, he's good.
He's got a good look, those eyes, that intensity. He comes out, wipes out Undisputed Era, and hits Adam Cole with the Feast Your Eyes. And he demands to be on the War Games team, the face team. And Tommaso shook his hand. And perhaps he, fills that spot. Because Velveteen Dream's out. We're not sure how long he's going to be hurt. And with Gargano being hurt, I think it would be a good spot, what do you think, to have Dijakovic in that War Games match?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he'd fit great. I love him. He's great. Keep him relevant. Keep him moving. Keep him in, just in the system,
Definitely.
Sorry, I'm dying over here.
It's okay. What do you think of Isaiah Swerve? I like him. There's something about him. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
He's okay?
He's
You're
okay.
Not one of your...
Not one of my top.
Well, no.
I'm a top.
I'm becoming a fan. I really, really am.
Okay.
I think he wins me over every week with his work in the ring. I need some more character.
He can work.
I need a character for him. Who is he? What is his motivation? Why is he here?
Okay.
Sometimes that's the problem with NXT. It's just match. And same with AEW. Earlier, they've gotten better at. You notice the promos, the vignettes, the back. They need to do. It can't just be match.
Yeah, agreed.
It can't. You need character development. So that's kind of my one nitpick with him. But I think he has potential. We'll see how far he goes here. But he picked up the win here, defeating Bronson Reed. We then had Pete Dunne, supposed to be versus Killian Dane, and Damian Priest. I like this guy. Mm-hmm. This guy's got the look. He's got the intensity. He's just got this aura of being a badass.
Dude.
To me, he seems like a better version of what Baron Corbin should have been.
I like Baron Corbin though.
King Corbin.
I like it. They
cut
a fantastic promo with that dog mascot on Friday. I thought it was great. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good.
Hey pal, it's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Rumor was Vince laughed uncontrollably backstage. So it probably wasn't that good because he liked it. But I thought it was okay. I don't know. I liked it.
So it looks like we have Dunn and Dane battling outside. Priest hits an insanely impressive step-up toe to lay both of them out, and he stands tall, so potentially setting up a triple threat match. And it's NXT TakeOver. We'll see. And good segment there. And then we finish off with Io Shirai and defeating Mia Yim in a really good ladder match here. Mia Yim got busted open off the ladder. It was sick. It was a missile drop kick Io hit, and it smacked right into Mia Yim's face. Okay. And Io Shirai powerbombed Mia Yim off the ladder and hit her with the devastating double knees in the corner. She picks up the win here. And as we go off the air here, Shayna Baszler walks up to the stage, and Bayley attacks her with a chair.
Nice.
So setting up for Survivor Series in 1 week's time.
Yeah.
So, thoughts on it? I thought it was a good show.
I didn't see the show.
Yeah, but just from
a good time. I like seeing Bayley come attack. I like to see other shows invading NXT.
Yes.
Not just NXT.
The OC was there.
OC was there.
That was good. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, that was really good. But I like to see it going. I like seeing it go both ways. Just to keep it fair, I guess, is the word.
Anything else you want to say about these shows before, or if you want to talk about SmackDown? Did you watch? I didn't watch SmackDown.
I just saw the promo of them making fun of Roman Reigns, and they had the little wiener dog.
Oh, Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt was announced for Survivor Series. That I am looking forward to that.
That'd be a good match.
Oh,
that's good.
Remember Royal Rumble 2014? I was there. I was in the building that night. That was the best match I've ever seen Bray Wyatt in. Remember that match where Bryan did the tope suicida? Wyatt caught him, hit the Sister Abigail into the barricade.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that at Royal Rumble 2014 when we turned on Batista and shit all over the Yes movement?
I don't remember it.
That was one of the best crowds I've ever been a part of because we were pissed. And poor Ray. Ray came out at number 30. We wanted Daniel Bryan in the match, and I've never heard Rey Mysterio booed that much in my life.
You're going to hear him booed now? I'm booing him now.
You know what they should have done? They should have had Bad News Barrett come out and say,
"Oh God!
If you think Daniel Bryan's going to be in the Royal Rumble, I'm afraid I've got some bad news." That would have been smart.
That would have been good.
And that was CM Punk's last match too that night.
Was it?
Royal Rumble, Kane chokeslammed him. I'm surprised you don't.
In 2014?
Yeah, that was in Pittsburgh.
Oh my!
Remember? You did not watch that show.
I might have seen it. I don't remember what I had for dinner last
That's
night.
true.
Buddy.
Okay, fair enough. But what was my point here that I was going to make?
Your point was that the Brock Lesnar and Rey Mysterio match
It's not going to suck.
be
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be
bad.
great. You watch. When that match is good and you have to come back on here and eat crow,
I will apologize.
you will shake my hand. And
I will shake your hand.
Good.
Apologize.
You watch. They're going to put on a really good match.
Okay.
And CM Punk's going to come out at the end to make the save.
Oh my
Crowd
God.
goes nuts.
Come on.
Oh my! That would be the build.
That
You
would
slowly
not,
start. It's
Yeah.
not going to happen, but I would love to see it happen. But I'm not getting my hopes up. Speaking of matches, let's go into that segment. Your match of the week. Do you have one?
Match of the week. I'm going with Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley.
Good pick.
These idiots put it all down. It was awesome. It
Brutal.
was dope. Brutal. Glass,
Ooh.
chains, mouse traps,
Woo.
barbed wire,
Yeah.
barbed wire bats, brooms, beds.
They did it all.
Like they did it all, man. They flew through signs. They
Mm.
did it all, man. Kenny Omega busted his face.
Black
Trying to
eye.
I think he was doing a frog splash. I don't know what he was doing off the top rope, but he busted his eye. They gave it all. They give 130%.
They did.
And to me, that is the match of the week.
Good pick. I'm going with Cody Rhodes versus Chris Jericho for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. I thought with the stakes and everything in this match, what it meant to Cody with his mom sitting at ringside,
Yeah.
doing it for Dusty and his We Miss You Dream and
Yeah.
doing it for Dustin, his brother who was attacked. I just thought the story paid off. The turn with MJF was beautifully executed.
Yeah.
And the selling, the psychology, Cody nearly killing himself, diving over the
Yes.
rope,
Oh
and
my
almost
God.
he busted his eye open. I
Oh
mean, it was
my God.
blood everywhere.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
It was. It was.
But it was great to watch.
It really was. It was a fantastic
Cody's
match.
been doing phenomenal.
That was my second choice.
In my opinion, he had match of the year with Dustin. That's still my match of the year. That
Really?
match with
That
Dustin.
was a good match.
That
man.
was an incredible
There was so
match.
much heart in that match. It wasn't just a good match. There was like heart and soul and everything in
Everything.
that match. Yeah.
Matches like that are why I love wrestling.
It's
right
hard
there.
to argue that. Tell me who was your superstar of the week?
I'm gonna go with Cody.
Cody.
I thought Cody had a really, really good week,
Okay.
just from top to bottom.
Yeah. Got an awesome promo on Wednesday. Then he had the fantastic match. Dog's back.
Yay! You like Cody?
Mine is heel turn.
Uh-oh.
MJF.
He made a huge. You knew it was
Oh,
coming.
man.
You knew the turn was coming,
I
but
mean,
it was great.
It was teased a couple months ago, but just to do it, just to stop him from winning the title. Not that I don't think he was going to beat Jericho anyway, but to stop him, heel turn, cut that awesome promo.
Yeah.
I'm going with MJF.
Okay. And on that note, is there anything else you want to add before we wrap things up here?
I don't. I just hope you guys liked our first episode.
Debut episode. We're still working the bugs out.
We're working the bugs. If you guys got any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, anything at all,
Let us know.
If you're bored, maybe we're talking too much.
Sure.
Maybe we're not talking about the right stuff.
Let us
know. We'll try to suit you guys. I'm not going to Vince McMahon and hey pal,
It's not gonna work for me, pal.
you're gonna get what you get.
Happy New Year.
We want to make sure we keep you guys entertained. You got any questions, comments, concerns? Just shoot us, tweet us at DanielGuys412.
You can follow me there.
Follow him there.
YouTube.com/DanielGuys412. Facebook.com/DanielGuys1994. Where can they follow you at, Matt?
They can follow me at Matt Rossman NHP. That stands for New Hollywood Productions. So at Matt Rossman NHP. That's on Twitter and Instagram.
Anything else you want to plug before we go off the air here?
That's it. Just NHP, my guys. That's it.
It's good stuff. You guys put out some great shorts.
Thanks.
I should probably include the link to that down below in the description box. I can throw
Cool.
that in there.
That'd
Check
be
out
cool.
Oakwood. It's a great short film.
Great.
I would love to just talk about that because you know how much I love stunts and acting and
Yeah.
action. I mean, that was a good thriller. It was good.
Awesome.
Mm.
Thank you, man.
Told a good
Appreciate
story.
it.
You're
Thank
welcome. So be sure to check out that. Links will be found down below in the description box. So until then, guys, we want to say thank you all for watching, and we are out.
You.